The Redlands area was first home to Native Americans. In the 16th century, the land was colonized by the Spanish Empire. 1821 saw the land become a part of Mexico after it fought for independence from Spain. When the Mexican-American War ended in 1848, the land became part of the United States. Now known as California, it became the 31st state in 1850. The city of Redlands was founded in 1881 and incorporated in 1888. Around that time, the citrus industry began establishing itself in the Inland Empire. Redlands would brag that it was the world's largest supplier of navel oranges. In the late 1800s, the wealthy from the upper Midwest and upper East Coast began vacationing in the IE to escape their frigid winters. Some stayed in local hotels, and others built large mansions. Today, a number of these homes still exist and have various legends and ghost stories linked to them. The Kimberly Crest Mansion is located adjacent to Prospect Park. The park also has a number of legends associated with it. The mansion was built in 1897 for a wealthy New York widow, Cornelia Hill. It was designed in the style of a French chateau. In December 1905, the mansion was purchased by John Alfred Kimberly, president of the Kimberly-Clark Corporation. It produced paper-based products such as Kleenex. He and his family used the mansion as a winter residence. In addition to 2 sons, John and his wife Helen also had 5 daughters: Mary, Nancy, Lucy, Jessie, and Helen. Mary was the youngest daughter and a 1904 graduate of Smith College, a private liberal arts women's college in Northampton, Massachusetts. On March 10, 1905, Mary wed Albert Walker Shirk. The couple made their home in Bedford, Indiana, where Albert managed a cement manufacturing plant. Albert Shirk later served during World War I. While on a ship off the coast of France, he dove into the frigid waters of the Atlantic Ocean to rescue a man overboard. After the war, in September of 1919, Shirk died of meningitis, attributed to an injury to his inner ear caused by the rescue. Prior to his passing, Albert and Mary had just visited her parents at the Kimberly Crest Mansion. Now a widow, Mary decided to relocate to Redlands. Mary moved into the Kimberly Crest Mansion to care for her aging parents, Helen and John Alfred Kimberly. John A. Kimberly passed away at his Redlands mansion in January 1928 at the age of 89. After her father's passing, Mary Kimberly Shirk continued living in the Kimberly Crest Mansion, caring for her mother. Helen Kimberly passed away in February 1931 at the age of 85. For the next half-century, Mary Kimberly Shirk lived at the Kimberly Crest and dedicated her life to philanthropy. She was a director of the Redlands Community Hospital and served on the finance committee of the YWCA. She was also a trustee and interim president of Scripps College in Claremont, California. Mary Kimberly Shirk continued living in the Kimberly Crest Mansion until her death in October 1979 at the age of 99. To thank her adopted hometown, she bequeathed the Kimberly Crest Mansion and surrounding grounds to the city of Redlands. Not long after Mary Kimberly Shirk's passing, ghost stories about the Kimberly Crest Mansion began circulating. Some reported seeing the image of an elderly woman seated in the house. It was speculated that the figure was Mary. Other factors contributed to the mansion's haunted reputation. In December 1980, it was reported that the movie crew was working at the Kimberly Crest Mansion and the University of Redlands. The shoot was for the horror film Hell Night. It told the story of a college fraternity sorority hazing initiation taking place in a haunted house. Kimberly Crest played the part of Garth Manor.
Welcome to Garth Manor. In order to be a member of Alpha Sigma Rho, one has to do what? To stay in Garth Manor one night.
The Kimberly Crest Mansion was depicted on the movie poster. Hell Night's IE debut was in September 1981 at the Crest Theater in San Bernardino and Loma Linda's Tri-City Drive-In. Reviews for Hell Night were mixed. However, the film went on to become somewhat of a cult classic. The IE legacy of Hell Night was that it apparently inspired a number of horror film buffs to trespass on the Kimberly Crest Mansion grounds after hours. It became somewhat of a rite of passage. In August 1984, 4 individuals were arrested, accused of burglarizing the mansion grounds. In March 1987, the Sun newspaper reported that the Kimberly Crest Mansion was being used in a Fleetwood Mac video. The song was Big Love from their Tango in the Night album. Some have said that the video exhibited some supernatural elements. In 1997, a plaque was installed in front of the mansion announcing that it was California Registered Historical Landmark number 1019. Today, tours are available and the grounds can be rented for weddings and other events. In Part 2 of the Haunted Mansions of Redlands, we'll take a look at the Moray and Barton mansions.
Radio Shack is the place people go for specialty batteries for all kinds of things. Choose from over 1,000 batteries. Radio Shack has more power. Radio Shack.
Hello, welcome back to my shelf. Just like last time, I'm going to grab a few samples from here to share with you. We're in the other part of our lo-fi studios, which is my house, and my albums are over there, and then behind me is sort of this place where I have a rotating set of the arts, multimedia that I pull from to get ideas. So since it's getting towards Halloween, I was going to start with Stephen King's Danse Macabre. It's a really great picture there. Nice beard. Of his essays about just the nature of horror and how it plays out culturally through America, starting back with the radio. It actually starts with him in 1957, but he's watching Earth versus the Flying Saucers, and he says that was his first true terror as a kid. And he moves through the radio on into film and through literature. One particular area I like is when he talks about other horror writers, but zeroes in on Shirley Jackson and The Haunting of Hill House, and talks about that first paragraph. The way that book starts off is he believes it's the most possessed, terrorizing paragraph that started any American novel, and it is. You buy the book and read the paragraph at least. He also goes through scariest films ever made. So let me just list some of the ones to see if you agree. And they're not a bunch of slasher things. These are things of true terror. He's got Wait Until Dark. Think about that one. Halloween, Psycho, Coma, Looking for Mr. Goodbar, Alien, The Haunting, Midnight Express, The Bad Seed, Night of the Hunter. If you haven't seen that Robert Mitchum movie, it's him at his just pure scary best. Night Watch, Night of the Living Dead, George Romero, how can you lose? The Birds, Dementia 13, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, I Bury the Living, Macabre, The Man with the X-Ray Eyes. I remember Ray Milan. That was just a spooky, especially when he takes his glasses off at the end. He's got a marble-like eyes. The Omen, Deliverance. But his book is dedicated to what terror really means. So just get the book and read it, because it's fascinating. Let's do this again.
All right. Which one of you took my vanilla Coke? What? Wait, hold on a second. Okay, shut up. All right? Someone just confess, all right? Was it you, Cheeseburger Eric? Hey, I didn't steal anything. I just like eating cheeseburgers, okay? I mean, yeah, it is true. He really does just like eating cheeseburgers. Yes! This guy gets it, alright? Yeah, that does check out. Okay, but what about you guys, alright? You guys hang out in the kitchen all the time. No way, dude. I didn't take your vanilla Coke. I've been too busy sitting here smoking this dude's ass at fucking chest, yo. Okay, guys, you're not getting it. Okay, this is the whole point of the clones, okay? I brought you into this life so that you can give me the vanilla Coke, alright? No, oh, shit. I bet it was Bronski Beat, Eric. Oh, okay. Just because I recommend that we all listen to Bronski Beat once doesn't make me Bronski Beat Eric. I mean, we can do other stuff. I mean, but like, we could listen to Bronski Beat. It's already in the record player, you know? Like, we could all listen to it. Shit, I really am Bronski Beat Eric, son of a bitch. I don't care, okay? All I care about is where my GDVC is, okay? It should be in the fridge, like always, but it's not. It's missing. Here, I'll prove it to you, all right? It's not in the fridge. It's not. Oh, shit. Oh, here it is. Oh, boy. Okay, here it is. It was in the door of the fridge behind the mayonnaise. Whew, okay, glad we got that solved, alright? Sorry I accused all of you of stealing my vanilla Coke. We're good? Okay, so now that we've all killed Eric, what should be the first movie that we all watch together? The 1996 film Multiplicity starring Michael Keaton! Yes, dude, yes! Wow.
Pas de problème.
Now I have a story to tell you. Once upon a time, there was a little witch, and she was walking through the woods, and it was very windy. And she was worried because winter was coming, and she had no place to go to be warm. Well, wouldn't you know, a piece of orange paper fell at her feet, and she picked it up, and she said, I can make a good house out of this. So she folded it, and she always had a pair of scissors on hand. She said, my house needs a roof. So she took her scissors and cut herself a roof. Now she had a house, but she couldn't get into it. So she took her scissors and she cut herself a door. Well, she tried to get into the door, but she wouldn't fit because of her tall, pointy hat. So she took her scissors again and added a point to her door. She went inside, but she ran back out because it was too dark in there and it frightened her. So she said, my house needs a window. So again, she took out her scissors and cut a square this time and made herself a window. So now she had a house with a window and a door that she could fit through. And she went inside, and it was so warm and she was so cozy that she almost fell asleep. But then she heard outside somebody crying, boo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo, boo. She went outside and she saw a ghost. And she said, little ghost, why are you crying? And the little ghost said, it's getting to be winter and I have no place to keep warm this winter. And she said, don't worry about that. You can just move in with me. I'll even make you your own ghost-sized door. And the two of them stayed warm all winter and they lived happily ever after. Happy Halloween.
Hey, pretty funny movie, huh?
What are you, a nut? This is scary.
Scary? This isn't scary. If you want horror, you gotta go with the classics. Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolf Man.
Ooh.
Spooky, huh?
Oh, they're cool. I could send one to my mother.
You'd mail these? These are special edition. You're really starting to freak me out.
Special edition stamps now at the post office. Some stamps you just can't lick.
out in the rain, try to understand the pain and how we can remain. Across the guiding sky, I saw a bluebird sweeping by across the dawn terrain. And how those bluebirds sing, they talk about everything. This is why I long to stay. Came out of a dream, I find it wasn't what I seen along the dark frame. Across an open field, trying how to make a deal, but the truth remains. And now these bluebirds sing, they sing about everything. And this is why I long to stay. And this is why I long to stay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Mike. I fell into this song and got the feelings all gone wrong, but the heart remains. I'm falling into you now, got the feeling of love somehow, but the heart remains. But now that we can't sing, we'll sing about everything. This is why I long to stay. This is why I long to stay. Yeah. This is why I long to stay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is why I long to stay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is why I long to stay. 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 Yeah. This is why they won't stop playing.
Yeah, you didn't catch the cue.